Hey, good morning, church. I pray all is well with everyone today as we begin a new book, the book of Habakkuk. And I will tell you that if you missed Wednesday night's lesson, you need to go back and watch what we talked about Wednesday night because it ties in perfectly to the book that we're going to be studying now through the minor prophets. We just looked at Nahum. Now we're going to move into Habakkuk. And Habakkuk being a prophet, and really he's given his message is to Judah in the southern kingdom, and he's writing this at about 600 BC. And what Bob Billingsley taught us through on Wednesday night comes to play here in this book. Now, Habakkuk was kind of, you'll see at the very beginning, he's kind of, seems to be kind of frustrated or mad or angry. In fact, listen to how he starts off his book. "O Lord, how long shall I cry and you will not hear?" That's pretty bold, but I've always said you need to pray when you pray. Folks, it's okay to pour out your heart to God. Now, I've always said you do it very reverent to God, but it's okay to speak what's in your heart. Well, that's what you see in Habakkuk here. He's like, how long am I going to be praying and you're not going to hear? I cry out to you and nothing. And then he says, why are you making me see all this sin? He says, why are you making me see the iniquity and the trouble and the violence that's in Judah? And he starts listing all this stuff that was happening, and that the law seemed powerless, and that the wicked were surrounding the righteous, and the judgments were perverse, the people were wicked. And I'll tell you, as I read through that, I thought, wow, that could actually be written about our country today. I don't want to go too deep in that, but what he says there could be said about the United States of America. Now, it's interesting if you think of it that way, because God's answer in verse number 5, he says, "Look among the nations and watch, be utterly astonished." God's like, hey, Habakkuk, just hold on. I've got this under control. Just wait, because what you're going to see. And then he says, this work that I'm going to do is going to astonish you. Verse number 6, he says, "For indeed I am raising up the Chaldeans." Now, going back to what Bob taught us, Greece was the powerful empire of the time. And God says, I'm going to raise up the Chaldeans. Now, who are the Chaldeans? It's the Babylonians. And he says, I'm going to raise up the Babylonians, and the Babylonians are going to come and overthrow Judah. And this would have been kind of mind-blowing to Habakkuk, because he's like, the Chaldeans, they're nothing. I could see, stuff going on with Greece or somewhere there, but not the Chaldeans. Well, God did exactly that. He raised up this small group of people, the Chaldeans, the Babylonians, and they came in and took over. Now, Habakkuk, at the end of this chapter, in verse number 12 and on, he even complains to God about what God's going to do. Because he was like, I just meant, now you're a holy God, but why are you going to bring these evil people to accomplish your will? He couldn't understand, he couldn't grasp that God was going to use the Babylonians to accomplish the will to drive the people of Judah back to repentance. And so from verse 12 on, that's what you hear is Habakkuk saying, what? I don't understand. You're going to bring some wicked people to come and take over your chosen people? But God's plan was to continue to kind of put pressure on Judah to lead to the repentance. And that's kind of the setup of this book in chapter number 1. Anyway, I hope that you enjoy as we study through Habakkuk. I look forward to seeing everyone Sunday. God willing, please come. If you're not involved in Sunday school, I encourage you to come join us for Sunday school at 9:30 Sunday morning. God bless. Have a great day.